baseball glove, or movie script. Taehyung's mysterious post-military transformation sparks global speculation. Is Kim Taehyung truly just swinging at baseballs, or is he rehearsing for the biggest acting role of his life? That's the question exploding across fan forums, media headlines, and entertainment insiders ever since a new set of photos surfaced, showing the BTS icon immersed in a high-intensity batting session, alone, focused, and oddly cinematic. But here's what nobody can ignore. This wasn't your casual game day moment. There were no other players, no crowds, no fans, just Taehyung in a tight black athletic fit, his body sharper than ever post-military, perfect hair under a cap, eyes locked in concentration, and a swing that felt oddly directed. It was too clean, too perfect, too staged. So now the world is asking, is this really just a workout? Or is V from BTS preparing for Hollywood? The whispers started fast. Within minutes of the images hitting social media, leaked through an anonymous post later deleted on an obscure fan forum, hashtags like #TeamInHollywood and #TheBaseballScene trended globally. Theories spiraled, not from casual fans alone, but from journalists, entertainment bloggers, and even industry professionals who hinted that this was no ordinary practice session. Why was there professional lighting? Who was the photographer? Why the sudden obsession with baseball right after military service, and more importantly, why now? Timing, in this case, is not just suspicious. It's surgical. Let's rewind. Just weeks after being officially discharged from his military service, where he earned quiet accolades for his discipline, humility, and leadership, Taehyung emerged not with a music teaser or an appearance at an awards show, but in a baseball cage. That's not how most K-pop idols reclaim their spotlight. And yet, for Taehyung, it fits a different narrative, one that has been quietly unfolding for years. Remember his short film clips? His carefully curated V-Live storytelling? His late-night philosophical monologues? His acting debut in Warang? And the consistent way he's spoken about wanting to take on serious, character-driven roles one day? Taehyung's creative compass has always pointed towards cinema, not just K-drama or commercial TV, but something bigger, something timeless, something with weight. Now, match that with the new detail that fans uncovered this week. A sharp-eyed netizen zoomed in on one of the original leaked photos and spotted a laminated tag hanging near the batting equipment. It was blurry but decipherable. Seen to be INT. Baseball cage, dusk. Wait! Seen, the post has since been taken down, and the image wiped from major platforms due to copyright strikes, only fueling suspicion. Agencies deny it, of course. HYB released no comment, and Taehyung's personal Instagram remains silent, eerily so. Not even a casual caption. No emojis. Nothing. Which brings us back to the deeper question. What if this isn't just speculation? What if what we're seeing is the birth of Taehyung's next chapter? One that steps completely outside the familiar rhythms of idol life and into the unpredictable, demanding world of global cinema? The possibility isn't just exciting, it's disruptive. K-pop idols have crossed over into acting before, but none with Taehyung's enigmatic presence, global fan base, and storytelling obsession. If he is indeed preparing for a Hollywood film, this would mark a tectonic shift, not just for his career, but for the global perception of Korean artists. Think about it. Taehyung doesn't do anything halfway. His artistry has always been wrapped in depth, mystery, and emotion. If he chooses to act, he won't be just another idol on screen. He'll be aiming for something transformational, and that's what makes this so electrifying and so terrifying for some. There's also something symbolic about the choice of baseball. In cinema, baseball has always carried weight. It's not just sport, it's metaphor. From Field of Dreams to Moneyball, the baseball field is where characters wrestle with their past, chase impossible futures, or confront failure with poetic grace. Is Taehyung channeling this archetype for his first role? Is this training or character study? Sources close to the industry have started murmuring. One producer, under anonymity, suggested that a Korean artist with global appeal had been approached for a role in an upcoming Apple TV Plus production centered on a sports drama with psychological depth. Could that be Taehyung? Could this be more than just physical fitness? Let's not forget, The South Korean entertainment industry has undergone a seismic evolution. No longer boxed into K-dramas or boy group branding, artists like Taehyung are being scouted for global impact. His voice, his expressions, his ability to inhabit stillness with raw emotion, these are not the tools of a pop idol alone. These are the markings of a serious actor waiting for the right moment to strike. And what if that moment is now? Fans are divided. Some cling to the idea that their idol is simply decompressing post-service with a hobby he's long admired. After all, Taehyung has mentioned baseball in interviews before. But others, perhaps more attuned to his secretive patterns, believe this is a decoy. A beautiful one. A perfectly curated misdirection that hides a massive project under the guise of a casual pastime. Taehyung trying to tell us something without saying a word. Every visual element of the recent photos screams intention. From the lighting to the wardrobe to the way his body moves. This isn't how someone experiments. This is how someone commits. And if that commitment is cinematic, then fans may be watching history being made in real time. There's also the silence, an eerie, calculated silence. No behind-the-scenes videos. No manager reposts.
No casual selfies.
It's as if Taehyung wants to disappear into this new skin, to become this character entirely before the world even knows who he is. What role would suit him? Is he the tortured underdog rising through adversity? The quiet loner with a buried past? The prodigy lost in a system that never loved him back? With Taehyung, the possibilities are endless.
He can do cool and detached.
He can do passionate and raw. He can do broken. He can do rebirth, which makes the timing even more unsettling. Because the entertainment world is changing. Post-pandemic audiences are craving authenticity, vulnerability, and stories that mean something. Taehyung has always been an artist who dances on the edge of personal truth. So, what if acting is his next medium? What if music isn't enough anymore? The truth is, this wouldn't be a stretch. This would be destiny. Still, there are questions no one can answer yet.
What is the name of the project?
Who is directing? When does it start filming? Will it be in Korean, English, or both? Is HYB involved? Or is Taehyung breaking off into a new production company? And the biggest one of all, will this change everything? Will Taehyung, the K-pop legend, become Taehyung, the movie star? One thing is certain, he's not just playing games anymore. Whatever this baseball moment was, it wasn't random. Whether it leads to a sports biopic, a dramatic streaming series, or the beginning of a full-blown cinematic universe for V, something is brewing, and maybe, just maybe, we've already seen the opening scene. Continued, the mystery behind the swing. Is Taehyung already in character? It wasn't the way he held the bat. It was the way he looked away from and the slow-motion snippet that fans managed to extract from the now-deleted clip. Taehyung wasn't just practicing his swing. He was doing something else, pausing after each hit, gazing into the distance as if reacting to a voice unheard.
The tilt of his head.
The flicker in his eyes. The breath he held too long. This wasn't training. This was a performance. That's when fans began revisiting his past interviews. Clues started emerging like buried artifacts in old YouTube thumbnails and half-forgotten magazine spreads. In 2021, during an interview with GQ Korea, Taehyung mentioned, "If I ever act again, I want it to be a role that's subtle but powerful. One where the silence matters as much as the words." At the time, it read like a poetic statement from a dreamy idol. Today, it feels like prophecy. And this batting cage moment, this carefully orchestrated illusion of solitude, might just be that exact role unfolding before our eyes. Some now believe the photos weren't leaked. They were planted. A marketing tactic so delicate and clever that it bypassed traditional trailers, press releases, and teasers. In a world oversaturated with information, what captures attention better than mystery? The silence wasn't an absence, it was an invitation. Scene 1. The isolation cage. When movement becomes message, consider the set. A dimly lit indoor batting cage. No background noise, no clapping, no cheering. Just the hollow thud of bat meeting ball. If this was a film shoot, the message is clear. This is a character alone in his world. Training, escaping, remembering, possibly running. Each swing could be a metaphor. Each pause, a memory. And in that context, Taehyung isn't just an idol. He's a man caught between past glory and future unknowns. The very narrative millions of fans fear and romanticize all at once. But what if this is more than just metaphor? What if Taehyung isn't only portraying a character? What if this is his reality? A man who once stood before stadiums filled with thunderous love, now swinging silently in an empty room. Does that solitude reflect his post-BTS transition? His loneliness? His freedom? And if this film exists, if cameras are rolling somewhere behind the shadows of those viral images, what is the story he wants to tell? The disappearing Taehyung, from social idol to private artist, observers have noted a shift. Post-discharge, Taehyung hasn't returned to the spotlight like many expected. No splashy interview, no surprise fan lives, no teaser tracks, just quiet, broken only by those hauntingly choreographed baseball images. In fact, his social media activity, once playful and casual, has become restrained. Gone are the blurry cafe photos and spontaneous dog selfies. In their place, nothing, not even silence. Just absence. This withdrawal or preparation? Industry insiders suggest this is deliberate. According to one anonymous casting agent from a Korean-American production company, actors transitioning from idol life often need to disappear before re-emerging in a new identity. Taehyung is smart. He's disappearing at the perfect time. But here's the danger. The world doesn't wait. In an industry that thrives on visibility, can Taehyung afford to go dark while speculation rages? Apparently, yes. Because the mystery is only making him more powerful. Hollywood, a door he's been quietly unlocking for years, while many still see Taehyung as the BTS visual. His artistic pursuits tell a richer story. He's a photographer, a poet, a storyteller. His Winter Bear music video was shot entirely in film with deliberate framing and soft pacing, more art house than K-pop. He speaks often of emotions, of longing, of the quiet pain behind beauty. That's not a performer. That's a director waiting to be born. It makes sense that if he were to debut in Hollywood, it wouldn't be through a blockbuster superhero flick or overproduced rom-com. It would be something introspective, something emotionally dense. Something like a baseball movie with no crowd, just one man facing his own silence. The whispers say the role is in an American indie production, a psychological sports drama, not unlike The Wrestler or Whiplash. A role where language is secondary to emotion, where Taehyung's eyes can speak entire monologues, and let's be honest, he's always been more cinematic than scripted. The global fan divide. Is the world ready for an acting Taehyung? As speculation snowballs, fandom is in turmoil. Some are thrilled. They post edits of Taehyung as film noir heroes, voiceovers from Good Will Hunting layered over his slow-motion swing. Others feel betrayed. Why is he chasing Hollywood now? Does he want to leave BTS behind? One fan commented in a now viral TikTok that was flooded with replies, some defensive, others equally heartbroken. The truth? Maybe it's not about leaving anything. Maybe it's about becoming something. Taehyung has never been one to stagnate. And the world he entered in 2013, the glittery, polished K-pop industry, is not the world he walks in now. He's older. He's seen the military. He's held both a rifle and a paintbrush. He's no longer the boy on a stage. He's a man holding a bat, standing alone, eyes fixed forward. Whatever role he's about to play, on screen or off, he's already living it. What we know, what we don't, and what's next, here's the puzzle. No official confirmation.
No trailers. No director tweets.
No film set photos. Yet everything points to something more than baseball. Why the script marker on set? Why the cinematic lighting? Why the removed footage, the copyright strikes, the vanishing posts? This isn't random. Either Taehyung is preparing for a role the world isn't ready for, or he's crafting a performance that doesn't even need a stage. Either way, he's shifting the definition of what it means to be an idol, a star, a storyteller. Here's the question we should all be asking. What if this isn't the beginning of Taehyung's acting career? What if it's the second act of a story he's been writing in silence all along?